Hi guys, welcome back. We shall be talking about the salt today. What salt we are actually talking about is sodium. We are not concerned about NaCl. We are talking about the sodium that is present in NaCl. Okay, so what is the safe limit of sodium? Before we start, why do we need to know about the safe limit? We should be more concerned about why are we so much concerned about salt. Because if you're taking excess amount of salt, this will go to your bloodstream, and you know that the salt has a property to attract water. So water will enter to the bloodstream and this will dilute the blood. In the process, what will happen is that actually your apparent volume of your blood will go up. So apparent volume of this blood will go up. That means your blood pressure will go up. Now what are the detrimental effects that your high blood pressure? So what is the detrimental effects? So detrimental effects can be told as that you might be having rupture of any of your blood vessels. Okay, then if you are having a plaque inside your blood vessel, that can actually rupture. You can actually damage your kidneys. All the major organs can be damaged. You can damage your eyes. The list is endless of high blood pressure danger. You might be having a stroke in your head. You might be having myocardial infarction, also known as heart attack, in your heart, or you might even damage your kidneys. You might damage your overall blood vessels. Okay, so we don't want our blood pressure to be high for a very long time, and sodium is a very big culprit for this. So what is the safe limit of sodium? Safe limit of sodium according to the American Heart Association is 2300 milligrams 2300 milligrams per day. But ideally, according to American Heart Association, says ideally you should aim for 1500 milligrams per day. So what we are mainly focused is that the sodium that is coming, the salt that is coming from your restaurant, the salt that is coming from your package item, those two are the main culprit. The salt that is coming from your just coming from your kitchen is not so worrisome, because you are not going to add sodium in such a huge extent that it can actually cause an excess amount of sodium. Chances are very less. But the food that you eat outside, that is from restaurants, that the fast food, or any foods that you are actually tearing the package, maybe a biscuit, maybe some snacks, maybe some chips, maybe some noodles, sauce, these are highly loaded with sodium. Okay, so whenever you eat these biscuits or eat any of these products, just flip the packet and try to see the label. You can see how much sodium is present in that quantity. Okay, it might be written in per serving or per entire quantity of the material. So try to limit the sodium that is coming from your external source, that is your restaurant and your package item. Do not worry so much about the sodium that is coming from your kitchen, right? So if you are worried so much about sodium, are you actually going to have a condition in which your sodium level is going down less than normal? The chances are very low, because the food that you're going to prepare in a kitchen, will you obviously put salt in it, because you need to make it some at least tasty or at least palatable. If you don't add salt, it won't be palatable. So there is very less chance that the salt that you're adding on your kitchen, that will result in less amount of sodium in your body. So do not worry about that thing. But what you should worry about, that you should be worried about the sodium that is coming from your external source, that is a restaurant, from your fast food joints, or any your packaged food. That is very dangerous. So again, 1500 milligram is the ideal limit, but maximum you can go up to 2300 milligrams, but aim for 1500 milligrams. And at the same time, you should worry about that if you have taken excess amount of salt in a day. Let's say there has been a condition, or there has been some situation that you had accidentally, or you had to take, you went to a party, you went out with your friends and you had a lot of amazing party, and you ate a lot of fast food, and that was containing a lot amount of salt. So what can you do to minimize the effect of that? So the best thing that you can do is that you can take lot of bananas, 2 or 3 bananas that day, because bananas are very highly loaded with potassium, and potassium will antagonize the effect of sodium. That means it will reverse the effect of sodium. Along with that, you should take more amount of water and try to do some workout that day. Obviously you should be working out regularly, any kind of physical activity, but try to do the physical activity in that day a bit more. In that way you can reduce the effect of sodium. But it does not mean that you will take more amount of sodium and then eat some extra amount of bananas to compensate it. No. So again, The sodium that is coming from your outside source, from your restaurants, from your fast food joints, from your packaged food, those 3 things that you should be watching out. And do not worry about the sodium that is coming from your diet, because it's very, very less likely that you'll be adding so much sodium from your diet that has been produced in the kitchen is going to hamper you. Okay, so that was about sodium safe limit. And we are talking, remember, we're talking about sodium. We're not talking about table salt. Table salt is containing sodium. 40% of your table salt is actually sodium. That means if you're having 10 grams of table salt, out of that 10 grams, 40% is your table salt. That means 4 grams is your table salt. Out of 10 grams, 4 grams is your sodium. Okay, so NaCl, 40% is your sodium. We are worried about sodium. So whenever you eat anything, try to flip the page and see the label, how much amount of sodium is been present there. Because high level of sodium will cause it to increase blood pressure, or if you're not having blood pressure, it will increase the chances of having you diagnosed with blood pressure. And blood pressure, once you're diagnosed, it's a very, very bad thing to have. Along with that, we slowly develop diabetes and blood pressure now. And talking about this situation, COVID pandemic and blood pressure is very bad to have now. So please watch out for the sodium intake that you take in your diet. And that's all for now. Thank you.